はい。AI に小説を書いてもらって、それを読んでます。日本語の意味をこの間読んだ、5ページ目やってるんですけど、英語を読む時間がなくなってしまったので、2つに分けました。5ページ目読んでいきます。英語だけです、今日は。ここからですね、ページ5。一緒に行きましょう。せーの。The silence in the boardroom wasn't empty. It was heavy, saturated with the weight of a trillion potential lives. As I looked at the violet glow of the meridian system, I realized that my relaxation hadn't just stabilized the machine, it had acted as a solvent, dissolving the glue that kept now separate from them. The rigid line of time, the one Sato clung to so desperately, began to fray at the edges. I looked at my hands on the terminal. They were the steady hands of a man in his prime, but for a heartbeat, they flickered. I saw the small, dimpled fingers of a 3-year-old reaching for a red ball. Then, just as quickly, I saw the translucent, liver-spotted skin of a 70-year-old man resting on a bedsheet. They weren't memories. They weren't flashes of the future. They were there, happening right alongside the presentation, separated only by a thin, vibrant membrane of probability. Do you see them? I whispered, though I knew Sato couldn't. Sato was staring at the screen, his face a mask of terror. To him, the system was overperforming. To me, the system was finally reflecting the truth. There weren't just two versions of reality, success or failure. There were versions beyond counting. これね。なんだっけな。これなんて読むんだっけな。12 power なんだっけ、10 to 12 power to the power of これ12乗っていうのがますね。10の10、ちょっと待って、これトリリオンか。trillion to the power of trillion. Trillion to the power of trillion. An infinite stack of me existing in a single terminal moment. In one layer, I was already dead, a quiet memory in a world that had moved on. In another, I hadn't even been born yet. A spark of potential in the cosmic dark. And in yet another, the one that made my breath catch. I was sitting in a room with soft, white walls, staring at a flickering television screen that showed a man in a suit giving a presentation. The office began to bleed. The scent of Sato's expensive coffee mingled with the smell of the summer grass from my childhood and the cold metallic scent of a hospital corridor. The energy, Sato stammered, his voice sounding like it was coming from the bottom of a deep well. It's not just balancing, it's multiplying. It's pulling from somewhere else. It's not pulling from anywhere, Sato-san, I said, my voice resonating with a calm that felt ancient. It's just that we've finally stopped excluding everything else. We've stopped pretending that 1 plus 1 can only be 2. When you relax, the walls between the trillion worlds become porous. Everything is happening at once. My birth, my death, this meaning, they are all the same breath. One of the board members stood up, but as he did, he seemed to leave a trail of himself behind, a blurring of multiple ghosts, each a second apart. The room was becoming crowded with the echoes of every moment ever made in this space and every moment that could have been made. I felt a sudden, overwhelming urge to laugh, not out of mockery, but out of pure and unadulterated relief. The effort it takes to stay in only one world at a time is immense. No wonder we are all so tired. No wonder we are all so tense. We are trying to hold back an ocean of existence with a single fragile now. これ一つだけね、このね、unadulterated relief。そこのとこだけちょっと確認します。ここだけ分かんなかった。unadulterated ってなんだっけ？一度に一つの世界だけとどまり続けるのはあまりにも膨大な努力を要する私たちがこれまでに疲れ果て、これほどまで緊張しているのも無理はない。ので、ここだ。そこ純粋で混じり気のない、unadulterated、混じり気のない純粋なって意味だったね。思い出しました。はい。なかなか大変ですね。でもすげえ勉強になりますね。